About a half mile wide and 30 feet deep, the Columbia River defines the region's geography and draws the border between Vancouver, Washington, and Portland, Oregon. For millennia, indigenous peoples have lived along the shores and routinely travel the Columbia River to trade and practice usual and accustomed traditions. The Columbia is a major navigation route for the region and provides opportunities for recreation and the commercial maritime industry. The interstate bridge is a main crossing over the river. Beyond the concrete, steel, and traffic of the bridge lie scenic views, a thriving ecosystem, and a reflection of our region's rich history. As we proceed upriver towards the interstate bridge, we see the site of the 1948 Vanport flood. Here, the Columbia River levee was installed after the Vanport flood as a floodplain barrier. Today we see Delta Park, the Expo Center, Hayden Island, and its floating home community. On the North Shore, we have the Vancouver Waterfront Park, historic Fort Vancouver, and Clark College. This area in particular contains numerous burial sites and other sacred archaeological resources. The northbound section of the interstate bridge opened in 1917. It was the first automobile bridge across the river between Washington and Oregon. There was a 5-cent toll per vehicle or horse to cross the 38-foot wide roadway. The bridge became part of Interstate 5 when it was built in 1957. Along with the new interstate system came a second parallel bridge which opened to traffic in 1958. Currently, over 130,000 vehicles cross the interstate bridge each day. The bridge provides a critical connection between Oregon and Washington, supporting local jobs and families, and providing a vital trade route for regional, national, and international economies. However, travelers crossing the bridge experience up to 11 hours of congestion each day, with exhaust from stop-and-go traffic and idling vehicles affecting the air quality of neighboring communities. The interstate bridge lifts for tall ships, large barges, and routine maintenance an average of 300 to 400 times per year. This is one of the only stoplights for vehicles traveling on Interstate 5 between Mexico and Canada. The only way on and off Hayden Island is by way of the interstate bridge. The Hayden Island interchange is often clogged with traffic congestion. Pearson Field and Portland International Airport are in close proximity to the existing bridge, with planes flying over daily. The bridge lift towers extend into Pearson Field airspace. About 1 mile downriver from the interstate bridge, freight trains cross the rail bridge, carrying goods to and through the region. The rail line runs along the north shore of the Columbia River and crosses over I-5 at the northern end of the bridge. Under the river, the current bridge foundations are comprised of timber piles set in sandy soil. In a major earthquake, the bridge would likely be substantially damaged, potentially beyond repair. Over the river, narrow lanes, no shoulders, poor sight distance on and near the bridge, frequent bridge lifts, and substandard ramp merging and diverging contribute to an increase in vehicle crashes. The bridge's narrow pedestrian and bicycle path, low railing heights, and lack of dedicated pathways on either side of the bridge impede safe travel for people walking, biking, and rolling. There are limited transit options across the bridge. Currently, Max Light Rail ends at the Expo Center in North Portland, and Vancouver's westbound bus rapid transit ends at Turtle Place. Although C-Tran provides weekday express and regional bus service over the bridge, these have limited frequency and are subject to the same traffic congestion as personal vehicles when crossing the bridge. Replacing the aging interstate bridge across the Columbia River with a modern, seismically resilient, multimodal structure that provides improved mobility for people, goods, and services is a high priority for Oregon and Washington. We are committed to finding a modern connection for our growing community that will improve our transportation system now and for the future. Learn more at interstatebridge.org.